We're back. We finally got the music to play, so that's nice. Actually gonna turn it down just a little bit so I don't have to yell. So I don't have to yell. Alright. I try to refrain from fidgeting with my gown as I stare at the steady stream of people entering the ballroom. I can't help but notice that the majority of the guests are male, dressed in flashy clothes of the latest fashions to show off their wealth. Next to me, my father clears his throat loudly and lifts his glass of wine up, facing the crowd of guests. Oh, yes. Gosh, this music just keeps getting a little loud. Okay. A hush falls over the room. Welcome to Lunar Kingdom. What happened with his voice? Welcome to Lunar Kingdom. Okay.
Yes, certainly.
We're all very honored that you have traveled this long way to join us here today for this ball held in celebration of my daughter's coming of age. We hope you will enjoy yourselves tonight.
I didn't want to get married as soon as I turn 18.
Let the ball begin! At this cue, the orchestra starts playing. Chatter resumes among the guests, and they mingle amongst themselves. Oh! Oh! Okay, he's gonna... Yeah, okay. A man approaches me the instant the music begins.
Oh my god.
Your Highness. He bows and I drop a curtsy in return. As he straightens up, I take the opportunity to study him. I notice with a start that he's extremely handsome, even compared to all the good-looking princes and dukes here. Well, at least the ball will be off to a good start. We got some cuties up in here. His lips curve upward into a smile as he catches my eyes wandering over his friend. He's like, oh my god, she's checking me out. I give an innocent half smile in return, unfazed. He seems amused by my response, his smile growing wider as he half bends over his outstretched hand. May I be so bold as to request the first dance, Prince Charming? Princess Charming! I'm used to it. I'm sorry. Okay. My eyes fall onto his silvery white hair that contrast almost poetically with his stunning blue eyes, and recognition dawns on me. Oh! It's the silver hair and the stunning blue eyes! Of course, so I know who it is.
I want to be wearing all white to the party.
Yeah, who else is going to be wearing all white? I mean, we have like some pink and yellow accents, so step it up. His smooth attitude, his attractive features. He must be Prince Snow. In the back of my mind, I recall my parents' warning for me to avoid associating with him, and I push the little voice away because I do what I want. Just as expected, he is as desperate for a marriage as I am for an alliance, as shown from his eagerness to ask me to dance. I should take this opportunity to get to know him better. It would be my honor to dance with you. I take his hand, and he wastes no time before sweeping me into an elegant waltz. I can just barely make out the figures of my parents and Nicole among the crowd. They seem to be staring in my direction, and I can practically feel their disapproving gaze burning holes through my body. I mean, what did they expect? Like, they circled these names, and she was gonna be like, oh, for sure. I'll stay away from them, of course. Why?
She should have
They sort of circled everyone else's name. She'd be like, oh, I gotta look at those. I pretend not to
circle them at all.
Yeah, she wouldn't have noticed them at all if they hadn't circled them. I pretend not to notice as I let us melt into the crowd of dancing couples. Turning my attention to the man I'm dancing with, I put on my best smile. I don't believe we've been introduced. I let my voice trail off. Oh, how rude of me. I'm Prince Snow of Snow Kingdom. Please forgive my atrocious manners. I was merely too stunned by your beauty to recall the countless lessons I've had in etiquette. Mm-hmm. My lips twitch in amusement. This guy. It seems like the rumors are correct. Prince Snow simply exudes charisma and flirtatiousness. With that appearance, along with his charm, Prince Snow is the epitome of a dangerously handsome rogue. I now understand why so many women fell victim to his flirtations, despite knowing his skirt-chasing ways. You must not have had a very good teacher. I'm simply appalled by the standard of teaching in Snow Kingdom. Yo! Burn. Any half-competent teacher must have prepared their students in advance for such difficult situations as this. Although I must admit it's unusual to meet a prince who is still apparently highly affected by a woman's looks when he is surrounded by beautiful ladies every day.
Prince Snow flashes me a croquetic grin. But none of the ladies I encountered are half as gorgeous as you. Their booty can simply not measure up to yours.
You right there, man?
Their beauty can simply not measure up to yours.
You are certainly as charming as they say.
He gives me a quick chuckle, but I can detect a slight note of anxiety in his next voice. I see my reputation has preceded me. I sincerely hope it does not poison my image in your mind. I would hesitate to miss out on an angel because of my past sins. I can't resist shaking my head in amusement at his outrageous comments.
You loser.
I assure you I am no angel.
I beg to differ. Tell me, did it hurt?
Yeah, it hurt when I saw your face.
Nice job. Good job. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Really? Really? Really, man? I stared at him with a straight face for a minute, holding back my giggles, but eventually I lose the battle.
There's no way any lady has ever taken that kind of flattery seriously before.
Believe me, that comment came from my heart. It was not meant to be flattery, but a genuine compliment. He winks along with me, a glint of humor in his eyes. Still laughing, I decide to play along.
In that case, I must thank you.
Nothing to thank me for, my dear princess. Has anyone ever told you that you have the most melodic laugh? It's simply music to my ears.
Oh, really? Nobody's ever told me that before.
You seem surprised. If your suitors do not remind you every day how beautiful and fascinating you are in every way, they are obviously not doing a good enough job. Well, alright then.
Well, I will pass on this generous advice to my non-existent suitors.
Oh, I have no competition yet. Wonderful. That means I still have a chance to win your heart.
I warn you, that might be an easy task, 'cause I don't like anyone.
I'm always up for a challenge. Prince Snow continues to flirt with me, making me throw my head back and laughter while leading the dance. Surprisingly, I find myself not having to fake interest and force myself to pay attention to him. Instead, I'm genuinely enjoying our conversation and warming up to him. In fact, I don't even realize the song has come to an end when he releases me. I give him a warm smile, curtsy, and he bows in return, taking my hand and pressing a smooch to my hand. Thank you for the dance, princess. I enjoyed myself greatly. You are as delightful and charming as your name suggests.
The pleasure was all mine. You're a great dance partner.
My dance teacher would be ecstatic to hear that.
Is your dance teacher better than your etiquettes teacher?
Well, you should be the judge of that.
I do believe he or she is. Give your teacher a raise in wages.
He lets out an amused laugh.
Yeah,
The next song starts, this time a more upbeat, jovial tune, and the couples resume dancing around us with their new dance partners. I suppose I should not keep you any further. I'm beginning to fear that one of the men in the long line of waiting suitors vying for your attention may grow impatient and stab me with a sword.
I would protect you if it comes to that.
Prince Snow laughs again, pressing another quick kiss to the back of my hand. You are simply wonderful. Such a great conversationalist. I cannot remember the next time I enjoyed myself so greatly talking to someone.
You mean ever since that you got kicked out of your house?
You mean ever since you got kicked out of your house? Remember that?
Yes, I do.
I can see why people believe you will be a great queen when it is your time to take the throne. Thank you once again for the dance. I shall forever treasure this memory. Until next time, my dear princess. He backs away slowly, his eyes fixed on mine.
Not really.
Ooh, it's Fishy Boy!
Wait, where's his tail?
Where's his tail? We were promised a tail. Come on
Tell
now.
his long story.
How would we dance with him, though?
Dragging him.
Dragging him?
In a little bucket, like,
Oh my
his tail is in a bucket of water.
It's
You
like a
have to
kiddie pool, and you have to drag the kiddie pool around the ballroom.
Or like a bag just wrapped around his tail to keep it from drying out. Like a
Oh my
little raisin.
God. Okay. Unsurprisingly, several men walk my way the instant Prince Snow leaves. I'm the center of this ball, after all. Most of the nobles here have only come for a chance at wedding me for my magical powers and the kingdom's prestige. The first man to get to me bows silently and reaches forth for his hand. Oh, he can't talk. Remember?
I take it, and a few other bachelors sigh in disappointment. The orchestra begins to play the next piece, and I look at him with a grin. Let's dance, shall we? We swirl into each other's arms, our face getting dangerously close for the briefest of seconds. A brief minute passes, and then another, with us simply dancing in silence. I would suspect this mysteriously quiet prince has no interest in me, for not the fact that he approached me instantly. His eyes have stayed devoutly on my face the entire time. Perhaps he's just shy and finds it difficult to start conversations. Deciding to help him out, I open my mouth to speak. I don't believe we've met. Could I have your name? Rather than responding, he uses his available hand to brush his lips before shaking his head. Oh, can you not speak? He shakes his head, and I look over him once more. As far as I know, the only male monarch or noble around my age who's unable to speak is... Are you Prince Mare? He nods. The silence unnerves me a little, but it isn't bad by any means. Just different. Out of the corner of my eye, I spot Nicole in the crowd watching us intensely, and I'm reminded of what he told me about Mare beforehand. Prince Mare looks and feels mundane, but then again I'm only human. Even if I'm great with magic. Or perhaps rumors are just rumors after all, even if they come from fairies. Either way, how interesting that the first two people to win my attention and time are both men I should not marry. I steal one glance at my parents and Nicole and then giggle at their faces. Oh god. Well, I'm so lucky to be face to face with Prince Mare right now. It's a perfect opportunity to interrogate him. But, yeah, how do you interrogate him? What are you supposed to do? Prince Mare, how do you feel about black magic? I lower my voice. I hope you don't hate it. I practice it often. Okay. Please nod if you agree with my little hobby. I want a suitor who will accept me for who I am, after all. Prince Mare blanches and shakes his head. A chocolate expression on his face. He's like, no, thank you. Black magic is not a good thing. Don't worry, I'm kidding. I've never learned black magic or dark magic. I've always wanted to learn about curses, though. I carefully scrutinize his face, hoping it will betray any fear or guilt. However, Prince Mare only continues to look confused. I sigh and decide I should backtrack to avoid suspicion. My so-called interrogation is floundering. I may have been hoping for a bit of reaction from you. Teasing others is my greatest hobby, though today is clearly not my day. Prince Mare chuckles at my words. While I consider my options, he gently dips me down to his right arm, startling me out of his thoughts. The lack of conversation forces me to focus on our movements, on his proximity. When I twirl out of his embrace a moment later, I'm almost disappointed. We dance around the ballroom with vivacity, practically claiming the floor for ourselves. 1 second we are as far from each other as our outstretched but entwined hands allow. The next second we are far closer to each other than the conventions would expect. I know nothing about your personality or beliefs, but I dare say we make a great dancing team. The prince raises his eyebrows, but his lips twitch up into a grin. Don't get cocky now. Dances don't have any political use. His shrug blends so seamlessly with our movements that I can't tell if whether or not it was intentional. I twirl out of the grasp one last time as the music twirls to an end. Finally, we release each other's hands. I had a really good time, the prince nods. I'd love to keep dancing with you, but I doubt anyone else would approve. I curtsy as a farewell and prepare myself for the horde of suitors that is bound to approach me soon. Prince Mare seizes my hand before I can utter another word. What is it? He opens his mouth to speak, then shakes his head, remembering his inability. With a sigh, he lifts up my hand, palm up, and uses his index finger to write on it. Thank you. That was sweet. I like him. I look back at him, my eyes wide. No, thank you. The prince seals his words with a kiss on my palm before he walks away, letting the crowd consume him. Oh my. Okay, we should stop it here before we run into Prince Zell. Okay. Bye!
Bye.